Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. I am Momita, moderator for the conference call. Welcome to Q2 FY22 earnings conference call of Avanti Feeds Limited, hosted by KFin Technologies. As a reminder, all participant lines will be in the listen-only mode, and there will be an opportunity for you to ask questions after the presentation concludes. Should you need assistance during the conference call, please signal an operator by pressing star and then zero on your touchtone telephone. Please note this conference is recorded. I would now like to hand over the floor to Mr. Sherwin Fernandez of KFin Technologies. Thank you, and over to you, sir.
Thank you, Momita. Good evening and welcome to the Q2 FY22 post-results earnings conference call. On behalf of Avanti Feeds and KFin Technologies, we'd like to send out the festive greetings to each one present on the call and wish everyone a very safe, happy and a prosperous year ahead. We have with us from the management Mr. Alluri Indra Kumar, Chairman and Managing Director, Mr. C. Ramachandra Rao, Joint Managing Director, Mr. A. Venkata Sanjeev, Executive Director, Mr. Alluri Nikhilesh, Executive Director, Avanti Frozen Foods Private Limited, and Ms. Lakshmi Sharma, Manager, Corporate Affairs. I now hand the call over. Thank you, and over to you, sir.
Thank you, Mr. Sherwin. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. We extend a warm welcome for this investors call and conference call to review the unaudited financial results for Q2 FY22. Along with me here are C. Indra Kumar, Chairman and Managing Director, Mr. A. Venkata Sanjeev, Executive Director, Mrs. Shanti Lata, General Manager, Finance and Accounts, and other team members. Mr. Nikhilesh, Executive Director, has joined through VC call. The results of Q2 FY22 are already with you for some time now, and we are sure that you would have gone through them. However, as usual, I would like to share with you some of the key indicators relevant for our discussion today. Let me take up first the consolidated financial results for Q2 FY2. The comparative performance of Q2 FY22 with that of Q1 FY22 and Q2 FY21 have been given in the presentation already circulated. Gross income in Q2 FY22 is 1,252 crores as compared to rupees 1,430 crores in the crores down by 62%, and compared to Q2 FY21 PBT of 162 crores, there is a decrease of 122 crores by 77%. Decreases in PBT is on account of steep increase of raw material prices in feed division, especially soybean, meal and fish meal. Let me take up the standalone performance of the feed division. The gross income for Q2 FY22 is 982 crores as compared to 915 crores in the corresponding quarter of Q2 FY21, registering an increase of 67 crores, which is by 7%. The gross income in Q2 FY22 reduced to 982 crores from 1,257 crores in the previous quarter Q1 FY22, down by 21.88%. However, the first half year ending 30th September 21 registered a gross income of 2,239 crores as compared to 1,710 crores in corresponding half year of the previous year, an increase by 30.94%. The PBT for the Q2 FY22 is 20 crores as compared to rupees 93 crores in Q1 FY22, a decrease of rupees 73 crores which is by 78% down. The PBT in Q2 FY22 is reduced to 20 crores from 123 crores in the previous quarter Q2 FY21 decreased by 84%. You may observe that in spite of increase in gross income, the PBT has come down by 84% compared to corresponding quarter Q2 FY21 due to steep increase in raw material prices. Let me just give a detail about increase of raw material prices. As in the earlier quarter, continued and uncontrolled steep increase in raw material prices, particularly soybean meal and fish meal, and their products such as soya lecithin and fish oil have been major contributing factors for drastic fall in the margins in spite of increase in the sales price of feed. The fish meal price has gone up to 105 per kg in Q2 FY22 as compared to 95 per kg in Q1 FY22, and now it is at 95 rupees per kg. The soybean meal price, which was at 65 rupees per kg in Q1 FY22, shot up to 110 rupees per kg in Q2 FY22. The prices of soybean meal went up so uncontrolled that at the request and persuasion of poultry and aquafeed manufacturers, the government of India had to intervene to permit import of soybean meal to control the price increase. 12 lakh tons of soybean meal has been permitted to be imported to stabilize the domestic prices of soybean meal. Now, since the new crop of soybean started coming into the market. Hello?
Please go ahead, sir.
It's okay?
Yes, sir. Please go ahead, sir.
Now, since the new crop of soybean started coming into the market, the prices are showing downward trend gradually. Though initially soybean meal price went down to 48% per kg, but did not last long and went up again. Now it is at about rupees 57 rupees per kg. In case of fish meal, the price decreased marginally from 105 per kg to 95 rupees per kg for some reason or the other, such as slow arrivals of fish from fishing, climatic conditions such as cyclones, etc., export demand, deterioration in the quality of fish, such as low fat and oil content. With the new soybean crop coming into the market, it is hoped that the prices of soybean meal will stabilize gradually. But one of the major factors that has been contributing has been the NCDX, the forward trading. We hope that the government would do something about it to keep the soybean prices stable. The prices of other inputs such as vitamin and mineral premixes, packing materials, etc., have also been increasing, pushing up the cost of production of feed. Now coming to the increase in sale price of feed. In spite of increase in the average feed price realization by about 7.16 paise in the first half year, the 3 times the prices have been increased at 2 rupees once, 3 rupees 15 paise second time, and 4 rupees 25 paise third time due to steep increase in prices of the raw material. The cost of raw material increased by 14.7 paise per kg, leaving a difference of about 7.59 rupees unabsorbed by the feed price. However, with soybean meal and fish meal prices coming down gradually, it is hoped that the gap between the price and this raw material cost gets gradually reduced. Shrimp Processing Division. Q1 FY21 results. The gross income for Q2 FY22 is 273 crores as compared to 238 crores in Q2 FY21, registering a growth by 35 crores at 14.71. The gross income in Q2 FY22 increased to 273 crores from 175 crores in the previous quarter, Q1 FY22, which increased by 56%. However, the first half year ended 30th September 21 registered a gross income of 448 crores as compared to 427 crores in corresponding half year of the previous year, an increase of 5%. The PBT before exceptional item for Q2 FY22 is 41 crores as compared to 40 crores in Q2 FY21, a marginal increase. The PBT in Q2 FY22 is 41 crores, increased 12 crores in the previous quarter, Q1 FY22, and increased by 242%. However, the first half year ended 30th September 21 registered a PBT before exceptional item of 553 crores as compared to 75 crores in the corresponding half year of the previous year, a decrease by 29%. One of the main contributor for the decrease in the margins is increase in ocean freight rates. As in the earlier quarter, the container freight rates have been steeply increasing without any control, resulting in significant decrease in margins. In spite of several representations to the Government of India and Export Inspection Agency, the freight rates are not coming down. Reductions in export incentives. As you know, the Government of India had discontinued MEIS incentive scheme with effect from 1/1/2021 and also had put a cap on MES at rupees 2 crores for the period from 1st September 2020 to 31st December 2020. However, the government was not releasing the eligible MEIS for a long time, for which no provision was made in the accounts or reverse partial provisions already made. Now, during the quarter, the company has received MES income of rupees 14.14 crores pertaining to FY21, which has been accounted for. RODTEP. The Government of India had announced a new incentive scheme, remission of duties and taxes on export products, introduced effective from 1/1/2021 in the place of MEIS. As per the scheme announced by the government, the company is eligible for RODTEP scrips to the extent of 13.58 crores from 1/1/21 to 30th September 2021, for which no provision has been made and will be accounted for as and when received. The reason being that still the website of the government regulating this RODTEP is not stabilized. Still we are facing a lot of problems in uploading the applications. Coming to the status of a recall of products by frozen foods. As you are aware, the company had to recall cooked shrimp products found potential for salmonella contamination by USFDA and CDC in the recalled products. The recall had to be made twice in June 21 and August 21. The recalled products are not allowed to be brought back to India and they had to be destroyed in US itself. As a result, the company is liable to compensate its customers for recalled products and related expenses of destruction charges, etc., to the extent of the products returned and destroyed. The company is also liable for reimbursement of medical and related expenses to the consumers who fell sick and underwent treatment after consuming the recalled products. Insurance coverage. The company has product liability insurance covering the medical and related expenditure mentioned above. However, there is no insurance coverage in respect of reimbursement of products returned and destroyed and also other related expenses such as product destruction, call center expenses, storage expenses, etc. This cost has to be met by the company. Provision in the financial statements. In the first half of FY22, a sum of rupees 21.25 crores, that is Q2 FY22 17.15 and Q1 FY22 4.10 crores has been charged off as an exceptional item towards value of returned and destroyed products and other related expenditure. The provision in the financial statement has been made on the basis of the returned and destroyed value of the products together with related expenditure as stated above, which is of 21.25 crores. Since the recall of products is made more than 4.5 months ago in case of initial recall and 3 months ago in case of expanded recall, further returns of the unsold, unconsumed recalled products is not expected to be in a significant way. Further claims, if any, will be charged off as and when received. As regards insurance claim, the company is following up with insurance company for settlement of claim. So far, 14 claims for bodily injuries, sickness have been reported without indicating any financial claim, which will be obtained in the course of processing of claims by the insurance company. Now I come to industry overview, future outlook and plans of the company. The global economic growth trends and forecasts indicate a bright future ahead after undergoing the trauma of COVID-19 first and second waves. Though a third wave is anticipated, the impact is not seen as serious as most of the world population have had vaccination. In India too, robust economic growth is expected in coming years. The first crop of shrimp culture in the country has been more than previous year and appears promising in the second half also, as farm gate prices and the climatic conditions are stable for shrimp culture, coupled with stable export prices and sustained growth of exports. Shrimp production and feed consumption in 2021. The shrimp feed consumption in India declined to about 9.55 lakh tons in 2020. However, as the demand for shrimp is expected to increase in 2021 due to return of normalcy and favorable shrimp culture conditions, the shrimp feed consumption is expected to grow by about 10 to 15% over the previous year, with an estimated consumption of shrimp feed around 11 lakh tons. The company's feed sales during 2020 was about 4.55 lakhs metric tons and is expected to be around 5.25 lakhs metric tons in 2021, an increase by about 15%. The company is expected to maintain its market share at 48-50%. Capex plan for shrimp feed plant. It is encouraging to note that in the adverse conditions of COVID-19, the company has been able to not only keep intact its farmers base, but also significantly succeeded in getting the farmers of competitors' feed converted to company's feed. Moreover, with stabilized export prices and congenial climatic conditions, the area under shrimp farming is also likely to increase, resulting in increase in demand for feed. To cater to the increasing demand for company's feed, it has been decided to expand shrimp feed manufacturing capacity from existing 6 lakh metric tons per annum to 7,75,000 metric tons per annum by setting up a new shrimp feed plant at Bandapuram with a capacity of 1,75,000 metric tons per annum at an estimated capex of 125 crores. The construction and commissioning scheduled to be completed and commence commercial production from June 2022. The shrimp processing and export. The shrimp production and exports from India in 2020 was 5.775 lakhs metric tons. And however, during the current year, 2021, the production and export of shrimp is estimated around 6.50 lakhs metric tons, a growth of about 10 to 15% over the previous year. The company's shrimp exports in 2020 is about 12,192 metric tons. The estimated exports in 2022 is about 12,700 metric tons, maintaining almost same level as in 2021. I would like to conclude with a positive note that aquaculture industry is poised for a relatively much improved performance in 2021 compared to 2020. Thank you. Now we will take up the question and answers.
Thank you, sir.
Yep.
Ladies and gentlemen, we will now begin the question and answer session. If you have a question, please press star and 1 on your telephone keypad and wait for your turn to ask the question. If you would like to withdraw your request, you may do so by pressing star and 1 again. Participants are requested to restrict to 2 questions per person in the initial round and may join the queue for further questions. Our first question from Mr. Dipesh Kashyap from Equirus Capital. Please go ahead, sir.
Yeah, hi, sir. Thanks for taking my questions. Sir, on the RM prices, since soya meal has corrected very sharply again, just wanted your thoughts. Is there any pressure on the Andhra Pradesh government to roll back the price hikes that you have taken?
Good evening, Dipesh. Yes, the government has asked us to reduce the prices because the farmers were making a little bit, were requesting for the price reduction. But we explained to the government, since the prices have not really come down, and in general, on an overall situation, the costs of all the raw materials and even the electricity and all have gone up. So we said we have to wait and see, and the situation of the raw material, how it is going to move. And what all we have explained to them that we have imported soya meal from other countries, because the government has given one-time permission, that we have stocks and now we cannot reduce the prices. But we have to sit down with the government and again discuss with them and tell the practical situations of the industry.
Okay, right now you have not decreased the prices. You are still.
No, we have not decreased the price yet.
Understood, sir. And sir, how many days of soya meal inventory are you holding, and at what is the cost of that inventory, sir?
Sir, actually, we have covered the soya meal till now. We have imported some soya meal, and we have also bought soya meal, and we have almost around 12,000 tons. 12,000 tons soya meal with us.
See, the average price, Deepesh, as of now it would be around 60 rupees.
60 rupees.
So it will, we are expecting, but a very, very highly volatile situation what we are seeing in the market as far as the soya is concerned. So we thought that it is coming down, but again it is going up, and today also it has gone up. The thing is that till it stabilizes, the new crop comes, I think the raw material prices, we have to keep our fingers crossed.
Basically, see, actually the crop, soya crop is very good. The crop is really, you can say, bumper crop. But unfortunately, since it is in the commodity exchange, more than the physical stock movement, it is going, the stock, in commodity exchange, the prices are being artificially raised up by some traders. Or,
Futures, they are always going for premiums. That's the problem.
Got it, sir. The second question on, sir, feed sales. The feed sales seem to have slowed down in this quarter. So, any reasons why what happened, and is there any shortage of supply for your processing plant that you are seeing in this? And also, you have announced the capex increase, right? So, what kind of demand visibility you have for the next year? Yeah.
See, basically, you have to look at, this is a seasonal thing. Now, already winter has cropped in, and actually, it is a time for harvest. People harvest and get ready for the next crop, which will be, they'll be readying for the next crop by January, February. So, it is a general trend. This is a
Deepesh, I can add to what CMD said, that what you are referring to is the first, quarter 2, Q2 is it not? So if you take actually Q1, Q2 together, compared with the earlier year, the first half year there is a significant increase in the volume of sales. Please observe that. Yeah, that indicates that we have been able to really keep our farmers base intact, and moreover we have been able to get conversions from other feeds also very much in the first half year of the year, the half year of this financial year. So basic reason is, as CMD said, it's a seasonal factor. So what happens is, if you compare the last year corresponding quarter, the feed sales was more, and the Q1 FY21 was more, and Q1 FY22 was less, and that is a reverse in the second quarter. It means the first season's spillover from Q1 to Q2 takes place according to the culture situation. So overall, if you look at the entire 6 months period, we have registered a significant increase in our volume of sales.
Got it, sir. So I was just asking because one of the just a continuation of that question, please, if I can continue. Sir, I was just asking that other listed entity, they just announced in the conference call that there was some disease-related risk and the early harvesting happened, right? So you don't saw any such kind of a thing which led to a slowdown?
No. See, actually, there was as you see, the second half there were the cyclonic climate was. We had 3-4 cyclonic cyclones which have come in, mild cyclones. Definitely, see, the farmers were afraid of any damage. They harvested in a very premature harvest.
Okay, got it. Thank you, sir. Thank you and all the best.
Thank you, sir. The next question from Mr. Nitin Awasthi from InCred Equities. Please go ahead, sir.
Hello, sir. Thank you for the opportunity. My first question would be that Thai Union Feed Mill had just recently got listed, and in their listing, they had recently released a press release post-listing in which Avanti was also mentioned as a partner in the future investments that they will do. So has the relationship now changed, or how much is the royalty that we will now continue to pay to Thai Union Feed Mill instead of Thai Union? And what are the opportunities that this brings out, the separate entity Thai Union Feed Mill?
Thai Indian Feed Mill is a technical collaborator with the Avanti Feeds Limited. The royalty is being paid from beginning to Thai Union Feed Mill.
Okay, and that will continue at the same rate?
Yes.
And no new royalties will be incurred to be paid to Thai Union Feed Mill, is that correct?
Yes, correct.
Okay, and they also spoke about opportunities in fish feed and in India. So
Yes.
the company is collaborating with them for fish feed?
Yes.
Is this a particular species or a generic fish feed?
No, this is specific species. Like earlier meetings or conference call, the investors call, or we were talking about sea bass. In the sea bass feed, Thai Union is the leader in the world.
Okay.
So we are India also. The culture of sea bass is going up. We are working out on the sea bass feed and other feeds like tilapia and other feeds.
And tilapia you mentioned?
Tilapia also, the culture of tilapia in India, but that also we would cater.
Noted, sir. And the second question would be, there is a Gujarat-based entity which got permission for SPF Black Tiger, and they, clubbed their product very well. They clubbed their SPF Black Tiger seed along with their shrimp feed for Black Tiger. And they got a substantial market, at least that's what the news indicates, that a lot of farmers started to do Black Tiger using their feed. So did this impact us in any manner, specifically in Gujarat?
No. The seed is being supplied by them, but the feed is being used by Avanti Feed. Their feed has not been successful as far as the market information is account of the market information.
Okay, noted, sir. So lastly from my side, has all the price increase been reflected into the current price? Because what I'm getting when I do calculate the current price of feed is realization is 75 rupees 36 paise. And the price increase is a little more than that. So could I see more realization increase in the coming quarters?
No, we have not increased the, actually we have not increased the price of late. We have increased the price in August.
It is.
We have increased the price in August. That is,
3 phases.
We have increased in 3 phases, around 11 rupees 55 paisa we have increased.
Yes, but it's not completely captured, right, in the current quarter's realization?
No, the total what raw material prices have increased, we have not captured entire increase of raw material, because this say for soybean meal, it was a fluctuating market. Actually, it is unless it is removed from the commodity exchange, there are more people who are playing in the exchange.
Noted, sir. But what I was asking was the realization. So should the realization go up to 78?
Yeah, and Mr. Nitin, see what you said is correct, because since we have taken the increase in price in 3 phases, that particular quarter will not completely take the realization. It will actually, you will get the full impact in the current quarter.
Got it, sir. Noted, sir. Thank you so much for answering my questions. I'll get back in the queue.
Thank you, sir. Participants are requested to restrict to 1 question per person in the initial round and may join the queue for further questions. Our next question from Mr. Nisarg Vakharia from Lucky Investments. Please go ahead, sir.
Yeah, good evening, gentlemen. I have one question. That one question is that what is the effective price increase of feed for the farmer after the raw material price inflation and the price hikes that we have taken on the feed? And secondly, since you mentioned about fish feed on sea bass, sea bass is a very premium commodity, very premium fish. Is there any cultivation of sea bass that happens today in India, or is this something which Avanti will take the lead with the new setup of fish feed? If you could give some insights on this. Thank you so much.
Yes. I would answer the fish feed. The sea bass culture is started in India in a slow way. Slowly it started in India, and the culture is being done. The feed now is being imported from Australia and other countries, and there is no much feed in India for the sea bass. And definitely, Avanti is going to encourage the sea bass culture because India has a vast fish culture, to convert it to sea bass, because the farmer makes higher profit, and also the farmer will the sea bass is a premium variety.
So, answering the other question, what is the price increase for the farmer, the feed price? It would be around 7 rupees to 7.5 rupees is the increase of the feed. But whereas our cost is about 16 rupees, where the difference is being met by the company. The farmer gets only an increase of somewhere between 6 to 8. That is the range. 11 rupees.
Sir, how much does it hurt the farmer when he has to pay 7 rupees more, and how relevant is the cost price or the cost of feed in the overall cost of production? And does India also enjoy favorable conditions for making and cultivating sea bass like we enjoy for tiger shrimp?
No, actually the feed cost is around 49 to 50%. It remains the same because the prices of the shrimp also have gone up.
Okay.
The farm gate price of the shrimp have also gone up.
Okay. But there is no government price control on this, right?
There is no government requests companies to request the companies to take care of the farmers.
Okay. Right. And sir, I have asked one more question, that does India enjoy also climatic advantage to cultivate sea bass like we enjoy in tiger shrimp?
Yes.
Okay. Thank you so much, sir, and all the very best to you.
Thank you.
Thank you. The next question from Mr. Aman Madracha from Argumenta Research. Please go ahead.
Yes, sir. So my question was, currently we are operating under shrimp feed business. We are operating at almost 0% margins. So how are you seeing the situation? Will it persist, or how long it will persist, or when it will go away? And the other question was, I just wanted to understand, why can't we raise the feed prices despite of being a market leader in feeds?
Yes, your question. The raw material prices have gone up. It is a seasonal. It depends on the catches of in the ocean, the fish catch in the ocean, and also the crop situation of soybean and the wheat in the country. Just since after COVID, all the costs have gone up almost 30 to 35%. And also, since there was shortage of soybean meal and fish meal, the prices have gone up. And now, as I told earlier, the soybean crop this year is a bumper crop. But as long as it is in the commodity exchange, the physical transaction is much less. The prices should come down. And fish meal arrival also is good compared to the previous year, and I think we are expecting the prices to come down. But definitely, if the prices are not going to come down, we have to increase the feed prices.
And sir, can you just give me the capacity utilization for this quarter and previous quarter?
Capacity utilization now for the previous quarter, we were almost more than 110%. 115 to 120%.
And currently we are at 85%, right?
Yes, 85%.
Okay, got it.
Thank you, sir. The next question from Mr. Deepak Shah from Savart. Please go ahead, sir.
Hi. Good evening, everyone. Thank you for taking my question. My question is regarding the shrimp feed part. So on half-yearly basis, we have seen significant increase in that overall sales volume. So is the demand trend really looking good? And if the demand trend is looking good, then is it sustainable for the second half of the year? And my second question is regarding the margins margin pressure we are seeing on the shrimp feed part. So we have not taken the price hikes to a significant extent. So that is why the rise in commodity prices and the end prices of our product is kind of disproportionate. So are we planning any kind of price hike in the second half of this particular year? This is my first question. Yeah.
To answer your question, this is shrimp culture and the aquaculture is a seasonal business like in agriculture. The first half is the peak season, and when the harvest takes place, it slows down. It slows down. So you have to take it's a seasonal business. Basically, it's a seasonal business. And regarding the feed prices, as you said, we were anticipating the feed price to come down, the raw material price to come down, but unfortunately it didn't come down. So the government of India has allowed us to import the soybean meal. So the prices have stabilized, and the new crop has come, which is a good crop. And if the raw material prices goes up, we would definitely increase the price.
And sir, as we have not increased the prices in that extent in this particular quarter, has it benefited us in gaining any market share compared to with the competitors?
See, we have gained the market share. And you can see from the results, our sales have gone up. Our sales have gone up, and we have gained the market share, and we are running almost full capacity of the plant. And since we are not able to supply to the requirement, we are expanding. And see, as you said, because these are commodities, we expect the markets to come down or go up. See, unfortunately, the markets the raw material prices have gone up. But to the extent we could not increase the price because we have to see the farmer. Now, since the raw material prices, the shrimp prices are up, and the feed prices the raw material prices are coming down, there is no necessity. We don't find any necessity now to think of any increase. And if the raw material prices go up, we will definitely do it.
Okay. And so my second question is regarding the products that we have recalled due to the quality issues. So what is the exact compensation amount that we have incurred in this particular quarter? And what are the measurements that we are taking? Because we believe this is the second time we have done this activity, and it might also weigh heavily on our brand image. So what are the mitigatory measurements that we are taking so that this kind of thing does not happen in future? And what is the exact compensation that we have incurred in this particular quarter?
To answer your first question of the compensation, we have made provision of 21.25 crores on the basis of the products, recalled products which have been returned and destroyed, and also the related expenditures like storage, like destruction cost and all, which is the basic liability of the company. So that is we have taken care of that because that is the liability of the company. See, as far as the insurance coverage for the bodily injuries is concerned, we have received about 14 claims but none of these claims have really given the amount of compensation they are anticipating or expecting. But still under process, the insurance company sought some information from the claimants, that what is the incident, when did you consume, when did you file, whether there is any doctor's report and all these things. When we get, we will be able to exactly know what the claim amount is. We do not expect that much more than around 21-22 crores will be the total liability as far as both the recalls are concerned. As far as the image is concerned, we do not foresee any big impact of this, because we have taken all steps. I think Niklesh would be able to explain the steps that we have taken to improve the systems, procedures in accordance with the FDA regulations, and to engage the services of some experts. And I think he'll be able to explain. Niklesh, can you explain this?
Yes, sir. Good evening. So in terms of what we are doing to ensure that we don't doesn't occur, we have done multiple food safety audits. We've rerun the whole system. We rerun the whole HACCP plan, revisited it, strengthened it further to ensure that such an incident does not occur again. And we've also increased the testings at the factory, and we've increased the number of microbiologists at the factory, and we've one of the most advanced food safety system in the world in the facility. And we're thoroughly looking at it every day, and the results have been quite very good actually. All loads now with FDA have tested and passed, so we can see that the system is working. On the brand image, we have been in the business for a very long time, over 2 decades now. So our customers are very confident about the product, and they have been. We have explained what are the new initiatives we have taken in the factory to arrest the reoccurrence of such a problem, and they are convinced and they are supportive. So I don't think in the long term there's any significant impact on the brand image or customer base.
Oh, thank you. That's from my end, and all the best for the second half of the year. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. The next question from Mr. Cholungam Narayanan from BNP Mutual Fund. Please go ahead, sir.
Yeah, hi. Hi, sir. This is with regards to the PLI scheme. Any progress there, and what are we expecting in terms of what plans do we have with regards to that scheme?
PLI. Yeah, we have made the application to the government, the PLI scheme. That is under process still. We have to get the clearance from them, because it has got 3-4 levels. We have answered all their queries, and it is under process. I think it's premature to give any specific the idea about how much we are going to get and all, but we are awaiting the processing by the Government of India Commerce Department.
So not about the sort of incentives, but more about the quantum of investment that you are envisaging under this, and what sort of end products are you looking at? And with regards to fish also, along with fish feed, would you have to put in money, or set up a capacity towards fish processing as well?
No. Fish processing is not there. The fish is sold domestically. Fish processing is not on the right away. It's not on the cards. But definitely the investment for the processing expansion is around 82 crores, what we have submitted. 82 crores.
Understood, sir. And with regards to the... Yes.
So if you don't mind coming back in the queue for more questions.
Sure. Just one question, if I can just ask. With regards to the raw material cost versus the quarter that has gone by, how much has it reduced, if you can probably index it, and if you can give a commentary on, at spot levels, how much has it come down to? That will be helpful. Thank you.
We have, Mr. JMD has already informed in his this thing. See, the fish meal has gone up to 105 rupees and now it's come down to 95. And the soya has gone up to 110 and now it is around 60 rupees.
60 rupees, yeah.
Sure. So those are the averages that we are talking about, sir, or those were the range that we were talking about? That is what was not clear. Hence the question.
Yeah, it is a range.
Yeah. See, it keeps changing almost every day, almost every hour. It is very difficult to exactly index it, saying that average is so much. What we do is that we keep monitoring the prices of the soybean meal from time to time. On a day-to-day basis, we book orders depending upon our stock levels and also as our consumptions. So it is very difficult because nowadays, the last 1 year, 6 months to 8 months, it has been undergoing a very, very severe volatility, this soybean meal. So you might have definitely observed this, what is happening in the market of soya. So it's very difficult to tell. See, as I mentioned in my initial address, I told that it was 48, 50 rupees. It has went up to, it came down and again went up. Now it is 60 rupees. We don't know what is going to be the rate tomorrow morning. We are really surprised. It never happened. So every year what happens is when the new crop comes, so in the month of October, gradually it comes down, and because the fresh crop is available in the market, the prices come down, and it's almost like another 6 months the prices are very stable. That's what has been happening for so many years. But last 3-4 years, the phenomena has completely undergone change. Maybe as the CMD said, it is because of NCDX coming in the way. So they keep, some sort of futures booking in anticipation of prices going up, coming down. And that gives, the farmers are today, the situation is that though crop has come into the market, it is available, but it is not being released for sale because they are anticipating the prices are going up. Because future prices trading, they are indicating the prices will go up. So they are not selling, they are just holding it. It is not coming into the mandi. That is the situation now.
Thank you, sir. Our next question from Mr. Puneet Mittal from Global Core Capital. Please go ahead.
Hi, thank you for the opportunity. I have just 2 or 3 simple questions. One is that the feed expansion that you're taking next year, is it under the PLI scheme? 2, the CBAS import of feed that you mentioned, do you have, can you give us some color on what the quantum in terms of the volume and the value that maybe India importing today? And 3 is regarding the cash pile up. As you may be aware that investors are wary of the situation because many companies in India, after such a large cash pile up, has gone into diversification or related party transactions. Now, given Avanti's historical reputation, it doesn't look like that will be the case. But the cash is piling up on the balance sheet.
Your voice is not clear.
Is it clear now?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. So my third thing was about the cash pile up.
What is about the second question?
Okay.
మీరు మాట్లాడే వ్యక్తి మీ కాల్ ని హోల్డ్ లో పెట్టారు.
Mr. Mittal?
Did you get all my questions?
No, second question we couldn't, not clear.
Okay, my second question was regarding the CBAS import of the feed that you mentioned about. Can you just give us the volume and the value that India is importing currently?
No, we don't have exact value of the feed because the CBAS culture is just starting. It's just starting, and the small quantity of feed is being imported from Australia and Vietnam, and most of the CBAS, they're using the crude method of feeding the raw fish.
Okay. And the feed expansion that you're undertaking, is it under the PLI scheme?
Feed is not under PLI. Only for processing is the PLI.
Okay. And my last question was regarding the cash pile up.
We are expanding right now. We are expanding the shrimp feed.
Yes, I got that. But I was just
and we are going for fish feed in second stage. And right now your question of CBAS feed, exact quantities we don't have right away, and most of the farmers are using a crude method of feeding it. Traditional method of feeding it.
Thank you, sir. I got that. My last question was regarding the cash pile up in the balance sheet. I was asking because the cash is piling up, and naturally investors are wary of this kind of situation of cash piling up on the balance sheet. So if you can give us what the plan of the company is regarding that.
As you know, we are going in for an expansion, and we are not in this thing. We are using our own funds for the expansions. For the shrimp feed, we are going with a 125 crores this thing, and again the fish feed is going to cost us. And we are going to use the working capital requirements. The working capital requirements will go up much higher. Since it is a seasonal business, we require much more working capital, and we don't want to get into the situation of raw material purchasing. When the raw material price is low, we have to purchase at a much higher quantities and keep inventories.
Understood. Thank you so much.
Thank you, sir. The next question from Mr. Omkar Ghungardare from Sri Consultant. Please go ahead, sir.
Hello?
Hello?
Yeah, is my voice reaching you?
Yeah.
Yeah, my question was more to do with the expansion which you have done. So what kind of sales you are expecting, asset turn you are expecting from this expansion?
Sir, actually, see, because we are utilizing it is a seasonal business, and we are utilizing the capacity almost at 125% to 130% in the peak season, and in the low season, as we are at 80% capacity we are utilizing. We would be we are running at a we are running short of we are not able to cater our customers. The demand what we have, we are not able to meet up. See, now we are expecting this year around 5,25,000 tons. We are expecting another 1 lakh to 1,50,000 in coming years.
So I may add to say that the peak season starts in the month of starts from March and April, May, June. That's a peak season, and every year we are facing a severe shortage in supply because of the higher demands. So we have to, and also to mitigate the risk, Supposing we are able to get some machinery problem and there is a stoppage of the processing in one unit or one line, then it gives a real problem in the peak season. So what we were earlier doing is we used to pile up the stocks of finished goods by end of February, March, so that it can be distributed in a subsequent year. But we do not want to exposed to any other such unknown situations, and we want to see that we are comfortably, all our farmers, all our dealers and farmers get the feed on time without any disturbance in our supplies. That is one of the major reasons which we want to go for expansion. Added to that, as we are expecting the increase in demand also, but what we have seen in the last 6 months is that number of the farmers getting converted into our feed because of our quality of feed and our services, and we expect that our demands may go up even more than 50% of the market. So to cater to that also, we were keeping in mind we are expanding the capacity.
Okay, so as far as the competitive scenario in the market is concerned, what's the total tonnage, the yearly it's going on for the current year you are expecting, and what's the utilization?
11 lakh tons. Yeah.
10 lakh 50,000 tons, 10 lakh 50 to 11 lakh tons.
Okay, and what would be the capacity utilization approximately onto that?
Pardon me?
What would be the capacity utilization companies would be working on? I mean, how much is actually sold to the system, in the system?
See, as we have been telling that this is a seasonal industry. In the season, see, if you ask me the capacity utilization, it has to be average or a particular month. In the month of May, if you ask, it will be 140% capacity utilization. If you ask in the December, it will be
60%.
6%. So what we consider is an ideal capacity. On an average, it should be around 85%. You take the 85% and take the average the capacity utilization. If we can achieve that, it's a good. Is it not? The total installed capacity with average, if you look at 7 lakh tons, let us say 7 lakh tons is the installed capacity. If you look at 80%, it is about 5 lakh 40,000 tons. Is it not? So that is how the works. Okay.
See, we are in the peak season, we are operating at, as earlier we said, 1 lakh 25 to 1 lakh 30%. 130%.
Right. Yeah. So the last question of mine is that as you can see from last 3-4 years, your return on equity and return on capital employed, because of the cash pile which is going on and the capital allocation being done by the company, is automatically going down. So now it's in single digits. So I mean, what exactly is the plan? I mean, last time you said that around 400 to 500 crore you would be requiring for the working capital. And now you are saying that on top of that 125 crore for capacity expansion and around 80 to 100 crore for the other things. So still you have sufficient amount of cash on your balance sheet. So I mean, what would be the...
With the increased capacity, working capital also will go up.
Yeah, correct. But still, it is not. It won't go up that much, right?
It will go up. See, now the situation, we have seen this year's situation. See, we have to keep the inventory at much higher stocks.
Yeah, but apart from that, still you will be having a lots of cash on your balance sheet, and you will be generating a lot of cash because of the higher production you will be generating, right? So higher revenues, higher profits.
Yeah, we have been giving dividends also, good dividends also.
Thank you, sir. Ladies and gentlemen, due to time constraints, that was the last question for this call. I would now like to hand over the floor to Mr. Sherwin Fernandez for closing comments.
Thank you, Momita. We'd like to thank the management of Avanti for giving us the opportunity to host the call. And I'd like to thank the investors and the participants for this time of the call. Thank you and have a nice day.
Thank you, Sherwin. Thank you. Thank you, Mamta.
Thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, with this we conclude our conference call for today. Thank you for your participation and for using Doorsabha's conference call service. You may all disconnect your lines now. Thank you and have a good evening, everyone.